But
What's going on?
oh, there you go. What's going on? What's going on?
Internet's down, isn't it?
Imagine if like banks stopped working. Like you couldn't get into your internet banking, cards stopped working, you couldn't get money from it. I think honestly, the internet going down, I think the world would end.
It would end quick.
I think people go absolutely nuts.
Especially the doom scrollers.
Oh mate, that's me done. What am I gonna do if I can't go onto like Instagram Reels while I'm walking around or I'm going into the elevators and
Can't scalp.
walking through the street? Can't scalp. Can't intraday trade when nothing is going on in this bloody market. Joking. We're staying.
At least trading views up.
Yeah. Do you know? Gotta give it, mate. I can say a lot about Trade Locker, but that's working. In all fairness. But anyway, what's going on with you, mate? How's it going?
It's going good. I'm waiting for my positions quite patiently at the minute. It's a bit grueling, especially when you're seeing
one of us is being patient. Yeah. Like this is gross. This is gross. If anybody is trading this, you should really have a good look at yourself and say, what are you doing? Because this is, unless you're literally just, I don't know how you're trading that, but we'll go through some of the markets. Let's see what's going on. I've just got into a little bit of a late entry on Funding Rock, on pound, euro pound, just because we're still in a nice bullish market structure. We've hit a 50 fib. We found support. We're breaking up and we're making higher highs. I'm thinking that we're going to come just to take out this high right here. So that is the trade that I'm betting on for this session. I'm not looking to hold this for too long. USD CHF. This was a short trade that I'm waiting for. This is not the trade that I'm in. So hopefully we'll see what happens. If we break down lower and break these lows, then I'll possibly go into it short. If we don't, then I don't get into the trade. At the moment, I'm actually long. So I've been long from this area. I was thinking of getting out at the top of the Asian high, as you can see, but I think we're going to get a little bit further up to that 200 EMA on the hourly. So that is my overall target on this. Let's put it in there so we can just keep an eye on it. So it would have been like that. A little bit of a late entry. So that is the trade that we're waiting for on this. Market's just open, so we've got a lot of stuff that can potentially happen. Gold pushed up really, really, really nicely on the day. It was super clean on the 15-minute. So break of the EMAs, retest, and then continuation to the 200. But I'll let Wolski, I'll let you go through your normal shebang, your normal stuff.
DXY then, so
go for it.
It's been one of them. You can even look at the start of the month. As we started the month, because its continuation carried on, and then we tapped the higher time frame target. The rest of this month's been a pullback, so it's all about if we're going to continue on the old DXY. Are we actually going to make a deeper monthly wick? We've come back and made one. Is that enough to go up? Still favour a bit more of a push down, maybe more on EU. I quite like DXY at the minute, to be fair. If we go on to EU, we could see yesterday, probably the most important thing before we actually talk about that. The weekly's come back, done the imbalance fill. The daily, I currently can see that we did break this upside fair value gap, but don't really like that. The only reason why is I would want to see an actual struggle to come higher, which would be today closing bullish, tomorrow closing bearish. Then maybe we're going to keep these intact, create further highs to make the lower lows. Got to keep aware that NFP is
Tomorrow.
close. It's
Oh no, it's not.
2
Sorry.
more days.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be big because we didn't see last month's one, did we? In the end,
We haven't had it
who knows?
for
Two. Who
yeah,
knows?
we
It's
haven't had
been
it for a
bad.
long time.
Expecting something big, so I'm definitely being cautious on
Humongous.
EU for sure.
Yeah.
GU, man, it's one of them. If you look at what we've had a whole week and a half of ranging realistically, so I want to see something actually give us the upside because I just don't feel like it's got enough to go down right now, but maybe wrong. Wait to see what we do with inflation, which is the yearly inflation for the pound tomorrow. But yeah, like Alex said, 4 hours just rough, getting no clear direction
Nothing.
at all. And the problem is because we got early in the month, the monthly fill right at the beginning, it's left us in a bit of a weird situation where we've obviously come down projected, but the sign that we're not going up to take out these overall highs makes me think at the minute that this was just a low for us to pull back and then eventually get the drop. So keeping an eye out on that. Still got my position set, a couple of trades here for the week, one at previous weekly high, another one a little bit higher up. And then gold, we did tap 4K this morning. So yeah, looking at this at the minute, the weekly current, well, I could be making a bottom weight. We actually filled this gap that last week started and didn't pull back into. So it makes sense with that being 4K and a gap to get a big reaction. Now the question would be, as you go down the time frames, I'm more looking at 1 hour. I do quite like all of this.
Yep.
Take out all of that. So at the minute, definitely more of a bull bias coming into this session. And then we may even have to come up higher, or we might just go up and we might just start breaking these highs up here, and then we're going to be bullish again, and we might just go back to the highs. Who knows? But I'm still in this on a funding rock challenge in a minute, so see what that does the rest of the week. And ideally, we'd want to see this week close below 4K, and then probably see the following week drop. But NFP is going to do something, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. At the moment, we're getting that nice little push on USD CHF. Euro pound just finding a little bit of support right here. So that is basically the trade that we're looking at. Gold looks really nice. You've got a really nice level up there as well, where you actually pointed out, to be fair, Wilski. So I wouldn't be surprised if it does pop up there. But you caught a banger of a trade, to be fair, right in that fair value gap.
If it plays out, it's a banger, and if it don't, then it's
Delete it. Yeah, don't tell anybody about it.
That's it.
But yeah, man, we'll sit and we'll chill and see what's happening. USD CHF is starting to push up, but the thing is with this as well, it's not really doing anything. It's just in consolidation. Like if we have a look at the 4 hour, like it's still bearish, to be fair. Let's have a look at the daily. But then again, if you go onto the daily, all we are is we're stuck in just this range. So it's like, do you really want to short down here? I don't know. That's why I'm, a little bit reluctant, and that's why I'm long right now. But we will see. We'll see what it plays out with. The way that gold is moving, though, you never know with this one.
Yeah, it could go up quick.
You never know. If it busts through 4K, we get a break retest on 4K, then I'm definitely going long. Come back into this area, this prior area of demand. Don't know. A lot can happen. So whoever who asked, do you allow scalping on funding rock? I don't know if he's still here, but yes, scalping, you have to hold for reasonable about 2 minutes. That is a rule that we've just added. because we don't allow any kind of tick scalping or any high frequency trading, which seems to be a little bit of that coming in.
Got to be careful when it comes to that, especially the way I do things with getting a minimal trading day. You get in
Yeah.
and it goes out within like 10 seconds.
Yeah, to be fair, you just hold it a couple of minutes and then just
I'll
close
make
it, and
sure
then
I
you're all
do,
good. Imagine just having profitable days. Now that's annoying. If you're a swing trader, that is annoying, bro. Having to do proper profitable days.
I tend to stay away really from any firm that does that. Really, it's not.
Yeah, it's a fairly new thing, to be fair. I think it only
It's
came about the last couple of years.
it's like
Abdullah, my main.
so it's almost a consistency score percentage, isn't it? Really, because they're making you need 3 wins. I've known people that take challenges and they pass the actual amount, but they still got to get 2 profitable days of like at least 0.5% or whatever.
It's kind of annoying, especially if those days turn into losing days. That's annoying.
And you've got to make
I've had a friend that is probably around about $1 away from passing, and instead of just opening like a trade of risk of $1, he opened up a big position, and it just lost.
instant spread just does it.
Just lost, and then he just went on tilt and just lost the account.
Probably happens more than people want to admit.
Happens a lot. That's why I just don't understand. It's like, why don't you just open up just a risk of $1 and just pass it that way? But no, sometimes your brain just doesn't work properly. It is what it is.
It is. Trying to find the way on TradingView you can copy one part of a chart onto a new part of a chart. I'm sure there's an indicator for it.
What do you mean?
Trying to show. I watched a video on the DXY about how the pattern currently is and how it's copying on a previous pattern.
So you go on to, you've got the ticker at the top. It's got like a little plus bar, a little round circle with plus.
Ticker at the top.
On the left-hand side.
Oh, here.
Yeah, it says compare. Okay. Type in gold or type in, DXY, whatever.
Okay. Is
that what you're talking about?
Nah, it's there's probably an indicator. Basically, I want to show. You can't really see it as well on this, but on the daily time frame, there's a pattern from 2011 which happened around here, and we're currently seeing something very, very similar, almost identical to what this pattern is. I'll keep an eye out for it, and I'll have a look.
What's this? This is the Dixie right now.
Yeah.
It looks bullish.
Yeah, it ended up going up previously.
Yeah, we're coming into that range right now as well. That higher time frame. No, I'm talking about pound. No, yeah. Look, if we come back into that range and get an acceptance into that range,
it'll be back above it.
Who knows where we could be going? Strong dollar is not good though, because means I'm holding on to my crypto for the 5th time all the way back down. God,
just gotta hold it, man.
That's what, diamond hands, and when do you say enough of diamond hands, bro? When is enough? I spoke to Jonathan from the Fires. I was I asked, because he trades crypto a lot. I'm like, I asked him, you still got your crypto? And he's like, hell no. I'm totally out of crypto, I'm like, great.
If you get in and out at the right time, then it's great, isn't it? But if you don't, kick yourself.
Look, if we have a look, Solana going to go to be honest, I'm looking to buy Solana at the 130s, 120s. Let me have a look what it is now. Okay, so it's on 138. It did get to 130. I think we got a little bit further down, to be honest. I think we got a little bit further down, but I'm definitely looking to add a little bit more into this area. We've had nice buys in this area before, so if we can get down here, that will be absolutely bellissimo, beautiful, because I'm just going to hold that for a long time. ETH as well. ETH still looks pretty good. You know, getting into these areas are good places to buy long term. You've got the Solana ETF, which is called GSOL. Yes. Wow. So this Solana ETF is currently trading at $10, which is a very, very, very new ETF. So instead of buying the actual Solana, you could be pouring your money into this. I know it doesn't look very attractive right now, but it could be a fairly good little way of getting into crypto without, you know, buying the actual crypto. Buying the ETF is also pretty good. Pound NCD looking like it is coming back into its range. Let's pull that on the screen for a sec. I like that. That's been waiting for this pretty much all day.
Intraday.
Fuck's sake. Oh.
It's actually a really important thing when it comes to trade. It's really hard to break the habits that you've built in it, or the way you trade.
Because if you see a setup, if you see your setup, then why wouldn't I take it? You know? Am I just going to just watch and just let it go? I guess some disciplined trader out there would be like, yeah, that's what you would do.
Another thing for you is because you've been on a bit of a drawdown streak, you're more likely now to start seeing them winners come back in. That's how you got to think of it.
To be fair, though, I've been seeing a lot of my setup working, and the winners, you know, like you said, coming in. It's just I haven't been hitting them properly.
Right.
I ain't been hitting them right.
Been hitting them left.
Yeah. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we're just going to get in with this. There you go. So I'm looking for this just to come out and take the Asian high. So obviously it's a little bit counterintuitive because we've got the euro pound that I'm in actually long, which doesn't really make sense. So I may cut. I'm going to cut that quickly for 0.5% and just leave the pound NZD, just because of the fact we're still in bullish territory on pound New Zealand dollar. We've been in this little bit of a range for a few days, actually, basically about a week, and I still think it looks really good for a push up to take out these highs. That's what I'm thinking. We had a push down on the day. We haven't had any continuation on the day. If it was going to go down, then I'd have liked to have seen it just be quite decisive and go down. But it seems like it is holding. Now we've had a little bit of a break of these highs. So let's see if we can get that continuation to take out that Asian high. We're going to sit and watch.
Yeah, it could be nice that if it moves quick.
If it moves quick. Well, I want to see a little bit of, now I want to see a little bit of decisiveness, a little bit more. Because otherwise, we've got all of this price action couldn't break any further, so this needs to be that decisive move, because if we start just ranging around this area, well, I'm just going to be stuck in this position, which I don't really want to be in. I want to see some decisive momentum come in, especially since we haven't had it much today. And that's what I'm looking for. USD CHF looks fantastic. So USD CHF is looking like that. Really nice on the EMAs. One position there and another position there. We're gonna keep. We've got to get you. We've got to get you doing a little bit of intraday trading, Wilski.
Who knows?
Just a little bit of.
Whilst on the stream,
mate.
Wow, don't know. I have to think of a strategy.
Your strategy is great for intraday trading, yeah. I reckon
it would work.
It's the exact same. You don't think it's because it's just a fractal,
fractal market,
yeah. Break retests, pullbacks into fair value gaps, continuations.
I have to go for it. Go for a little challenge or something. Because I need to start sharing some lower time frame ideas, don't I?
You don't,
value.
But it would be quite nice.
It'd be funny.
It would be nice to have someone like to, because you've got the higher time frames, and once you've done your analysis, then
it's done, isn't it?
It's done.
It's done.
It's done. There we go. Come on in, Shan. See if we can get that decisiveness.
Do you look at all pair in terms of intraday? Do you look at? I know you have your core pairs you like, but do you also look at the others as well? Scout.
Yeah, I normally stay with the majors, but while I was doing all of that back testing for that swinging strategy, Rich, Rich, don't you?
Yeah, he does very good things, doesn't he?
So he was just like, try pound NZD. And I just found it really, really, really nice to trade. So I just whacked that on. And it was, like you said, very, very nice to trade. But I try not to bog myself down with too many. USD CHF is a favorite pair. Yeah. That and pound dollar, but pound dollar hasn't.
Pound dollar is the best, man. I love it.
It is great. It is. You get the best of both worlds. It is really, really, really good. Open at a good time. Moves fast, not too fast.
You got to be, It can sometimes be a little volatile, but I do prefer it to EU. I do think.
Yeah. EU's a little bit slower, I think.
Yeah,
definitely. USD CHF is a really nice pair to trade, in my opinion. Some people hate it. Never known why, but it's a really nice pair to trade. It's slowing down just a little bit.
You ever looked at silver?
I'd never look at silver, but it's a goer.
Yeah, I had a period where I was starting to get into it a little, and I placed my first live trade on my live account, and it was obviously the lot sizes aren't the same, are they?
No. Contracted. Yeah, there is a little bit of a difference there.
Yeah, I stuck on a 0.5 lot and ended up being a equivalent of like a 3 lot. Instant drawdown of like 20-30 quid.
Oh.
Yeah,
and the spread is not as good.
Not as good, no.
So Abdullah, no, I actually got out of each. Look at that! Did that just pop up right there? Yeah, it's still popping up. It still looks like it's pushing up on EG, and I do think we're going to get to that level here. I just didn't want to be. I didn't want to sit with two opposing, because I'm basically shorting the pound on one and then longing the pound on the other. So it's just like a bit of contradiction. I can't get my English out. Bloody hell. The reason why I went with pound NZD, it just looks just a little bit nicer, to be honest. We've got the Asian range still intact. If we go back onto the 5 minute, so we've got the Asian range still intact, and there's a lot more I could get on the trade than on the pound, the pound dollar, the pound euro pound. Gosh, I've been in front of the screens too much.
A long day.
Yeah, to be fair, lots of stuff happening. Gold looks like it wants a little bit of a continuation as well.
I missed Denzel's analysis because he trades GJ, doesn't he?
No, I don't know what's been going on with him. I don't know where he's gone. He'll be here tomorrow, I think. He will be here tomorrow. Let's see what this is. USD CHF getting a little, slowing down just a little bit. We'll see what the crack is with that. And that's pushing up just a little bit as well.
I keep checking GU just to see. Is it going to move? And it's like, no.
Nothing.
No chance.
Nothing.
And that's the thing. In the last 3 or 4 weeks or however long that was closed in the government, you would notice you wouldn't get these choppy ranges as much. It would flow a lot better.
Yeah.
No anticipation of anything.
Yeah. Do you know about astrology?
I actually
No.
years ago
No.
dream, and there was this woman. Well, I think she come on as a guest on someone's stream, and she was talking about how it's real and how she trades with it. Mental.
Yes or no? Did you try it?
I haven't tried it. Nah, of course not. Wasn't that down bad?
Like what? Looking at the stars and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. CHF looks like it's getting a little bit slower. To be fair, I may take a little bit of size off that. Pound and ZD pushing up nicely. Interesting, got a little bit of action. I think euro pound is, I wonder what euro pound is doing right now. No, euro pound is still pushing up. 5 minute looks long as anything still.
It's going to be good this week, I think, for upside.
I know, because we've had a bit of a slow. It's been kind of slow. And I think coming into the end of the week, I think we will see some quite volatile moves. Bitcoin as well shaved off a nice bit, to be honest. What, in 2 weeks we've shaved off like 15%, 17%.
20.
It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look too good, to be honest.
We had that discussion yesterday. We looked at it and was it the monthly? It didn't look good at all.
Yeah. Wait, a fair value gap then. Educate me. A fair value gap is taking from the wick high.
Yes. Yeah. In the downtrend, you're taking it from the wick high Obviously, once this candle closes, it will be from that wick high to the previous candle low.
Oh, they do bloody work.
They, yeah, it's my trading's based on liquidity, and then fair value gaps play a huge part on the weekly time frame to determine trend changes and bias.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So
definitely
really, there's no level in the fair value gap. It's just whenever it kind of price enters into the fair value gap, that's you're looking.
preferably like you'd probably say the fill, like the bottom of that, because it didn't quite tap into the bottom of it, that uptrend one. Don't know if it done.
This one.
I'd prefer it to do the full fill.
Close the whole thing.
Ideally, I'd like it to wick through the whole thing, but yeah, any of it's good. But like you could just look at it as, and everything really is just supply and demand, really, in its own way.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting a little bit more of a push on that. I've closed USD CHF probably a little bit too early, but I don't want to be too over leveraged. And to be honest, we're actually bearish on USD CHF, so I don't exactly want to be holding it for too long. But yeah, that euro pound now, is still pushing. Still pushing. Can we expect more videos on market structure? Request. If you want more videos on market structure, we have the guy right in front of us. If you want it, we will provide it. We've done. Let's have a look at YouTube.
We did one a few weeks ago.
We did a basic fast one. We didn't know how many people would actually want it. It turns out quite a lot of people really liked it.
Nice.
So that market structure video, go on. Nice amount of views, man. 214.
You know what you need though? You need another interview with Sackett. That's all you need.
I know, 3.1k.
It's impressive,
mate.
Yeah, we can do one. I can plan one for going into Thursday. I'm not here tomorrow, but Thursday.
Yeah,
we
can do that. So we did market structure, the super simple version. Maybe we can go into a little bit more advanced, like going from macro market structure and then looking at how that goes into kind of that intraday market structure to then facilitate those bigger moves when they just add, they come in line with each other. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I just kind of confused myself saying that.
For example, it'd be like you start on the higher time frames, but then as you go down the time frames, it may look like market structure changing, but it's actually not. It's just coming up.
Just a continuation.
Yeah, it's coming out to take out a previous high for a sell, and then it's going to carry on.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the next kind of level, because it can get, for a beginner, quite difficult when it comes to stuff like that. Really confusing.
Yeah, definitely. If that's why intraday traders sometimes get lost in where they're at, because they're so zoomed in. They're thinking they're in some downtrend and they're shorting, but really they're actually shorting into an uptrend, and that's when they get caught out quite a lot. So that kind of that market structure, taking it from macro going into intraday, it's that's the next level. I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's it. We're booked in for Thursday, guys.
Yeah.
So if you want to come live, maybe I'll do a special thumbnail for that one. If you want to come in live and ask questions, let us know.
Gold struggling a little bit to come up.
Is it? Let's have a look. Yeah. It's got quite a lot of resistance to get through, and to be honest.
There is quite a bit.
You got all of these EMAs. You got also that quite bigger level. To be fair, you know, you've come into also that quite a strong resistance level, and we've pushed off. Don't know, it's 50-50. I don't really want to be trading in here.
No, I think the most important thing to see more sales is them. You kind of made like 3 lows down there, like a couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Like you would look for like a proper break of
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
That's where you want to be. Because
Yeah.
really now it could easily go back up to the all-time highs.
Yeah.
It's in jeopardy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
buys or sells now is pretty tough.
Yeah. And if you're shorting into demand.
Yeah.
And on the daily, it looks like it could go either way, to be honest.
What does a yearly look like? Because I'm thinking about a pullback this year.
So silly, isn't it?
Makes
Have a look
sense.
at a log chart. Look at that.
Not quite the biggest year we've ever had, though.
No. So let's have a look at this. So in 79, you had 133. Yeah. 79 was probably one of the biggest ones. We weren't even born back then.
Whenever you look at the chart and you know that you weren't even born.
That's nuts, isn't it?
And it'll
USD
be there.
is pushing up. It's a little bit of a shame. I took it off literally at that low. It will probably go to hit target now. I've closed. Silly. S&P 500. What's that looking like?
It's dropping.
Really?
I saw the NAS.
Ooh.
Finally getting a heavy pullback here.
Ooh.
And it's not just
Okay.
one.
Yeah. If we start getting some of these EMAs rolling over, then I think we're in for a bit of a good time, guys.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm not going to be silly this time and not buy, because I've missed all of these.
Yeah. Buy them dips, man.
Oh, mate. Just never, you know. I remember there was a time, I think it was around here. No. Would have been somewhere around here, I think. We were looking at the market. I was in the old place, and we were all buying. And then I put a load in. I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna take it back out. I'm just gonna wait till we get lower. As soon as I took it back out, I just kept on going.
Go on.
And I was just like, I'm just sat on the sidelines, not wanting to get in because it's pushing up. And I'm thinking, sucks. It really does suck when that happens. Sometimes with things like this, it's about just getting in. Just getting in on a regular basis, DCAing, and hopefully you're going to catch some times where it's going to be like this.
You just know over time they're going to go up. So, and you could probably if you put half, and I know people try and be clever with stocks and investments, but if you put half in an S&P or a FTSE, probably over the years do better than most.
Yeah, definitely do better than day trading. I can tell you that, man. Just long-term compounding, you're gonna beat what you're gonna be doing day trading. Let's have a look.
Have a look at the FTSE if you want. $10K. I remember when COVID happened, and it was it 4? Was it 5? Something crazy.
7? Oh no, it's not that. COVID would have been That would have been COVID. No. That was COVID.
About 5. So it's doubled. 5 years.
It's a lot to. Yeah.
Huge gains.
Yeah. 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 Just buying ETFs. That's all you really need to be doing, to be honest. Double your money every 5-6 years.
Easy.
What have you got? What ETFs have you got?
Haven't got any at the minute. I've just tried to focus on. Done a bit of stocks and obviously done a bit of crypto back in the day. Just didn't make money, and just said to myself, until I make good money, especially doing what I want to do in Forex,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna not, because I haven't got money to lose. You know, when you're broke, you don't have money to lose. You know, whereas once you start accumulating money, you can take them risks.
Yeah. 100%. You never know what's going to happen. I do think stuff like this, though, having it on autopilot, because the thing is with trading, you can have a wicked run. You never know what's going to happen. You know, like let's say 2015, the depegging of the euro and the Swiss. Who would have seen that one coming?
No one.
Like, I think you had brokers just get absolutely obliterated.
It's another important thing when it comes to brokers. You've got to be careful, because
FTX,
and you hear about these ones,
Luna.
All of them, it's risky business.
Think of it. You've got all of your money. Think that you've got all of your money in your broker, and then it just goes out of like. I remember that Luna crash, and that was just surreal.
Imagine how many years you've traded like for years, and then just.
Do you know what? I wouldn't say it's all right for somebody with money, but let's say you're an influencer or you've got a business and you've got money that, you know what, if you lose it all, you've got money coming in on a regular, like let's say KSI. The example is a good one because he lost like 5 million in Luna.
Yeah.
He's going to be fine, you know? But the person that's been like trading for years and years and years and years and years to build up and then puts it into something like Luna because it's got really, really good yields, for it to then crash 99%.
You just quit, wouldn't you? You wouldn't trust the market.
I honestly don't know what I would do. That's what happened.
Yeah, do you remember when was it oil? I don't know if it was crude oil went.
Yeah, where it went negative. There was people making money from that, apparently.
Yeah, there was. I remember.
But this happened in a day. If I go on to a daily, this happened in one day. Actually, it didn't happen. It happened in a couple of days. But I remember it coming down all the way to 1.
So the exchanges as well, they wouldn't have been able to allow you to get out of it either, probably. So you'd just watched it go all the way down.
Luna was just done. You couldn't get money out of it. It was all staked. It was all. Oh man, it makes me like, it's kind of heartbreaking actually looking at that. It's a heartbreaking because a lot of people lost pretty much everything on that.
People end it off stuff like that, don't they?
High leveraged. You know, even FTX. What was their coin at the time? FTT. Can't remember. FTX had their coin. Was it this one? I can't remember, but God, trading's an interesting one. Black Friday 50 for 40% off. I should put that in since we've only got like 5 people in here. Doesn't really matter too much, but definitely, guys, you got 40% off for Black Friday. So Black Friday 40.
Great deal because
Yeah, there you go. So
I got the 200k for thinking dollars. I used the add-on before and I got 10% off, and it was $1,100.
yeah, so you can probably get it like standard around about $600.
Yeah, very cheap.
Super nice.
And the payout.
Super nice.
Quick payouts.
Quick payouts. Yeah, you got really good execution. Let's see what the spread is now, because we had to get rid of our pro pairs because people just kept on opening tickets about it. It was so annoying. They kept on opening tickets and they're like, which pair do I use? And I'm like, just any pair you want. It's the same. It's the same. Let's see, metals. Yeah, it's all pretty much the same. Crypto, you've got the spread. Okay, so the spread is 350 points. Let's just double check with this. Come on, for God's sake, that's ridiculous on Bitcoin.
Yeah,
like it's ridiculously good. Let's see if they got Sol here. Oh, they do. I'm saying that like I'm not managing the firm.
You don't have a clue what's going on.
I'm like, well, I didn't know he had Sol. I never look at crypto like on CFDs.
Nah, I haven't looked either.
I never. Right, looks like we're still pushing up for that Asian Open, that Asian high. Pardon me.
To be fair, GU looks like it's going up now.
No way.
Slightly. I'm seeing.
No way.
I'm seeing some movement.
Oh, let's have a look. What movement are you seeing, bro? Get yourself off the 5-minute time frame.
I only go down to level 1.
To be fair, no. Well, mate, anything looks like it's moving on the 1 minute, doesn't it? Does look like it wants to push up, doesn't it?
Yeah. How do you feel with the lower time frames taken off the top?
What do you mean?
Because you've got the 1, 4 daily, weekly.
Oh no, yeah, I did that to try and stop myself from looking, but it doesn't do shit, man.
You could just go on, kind of.
To be fair, do you know what? It does help a little bit. It does help a little bit.
I even just took off the 30-minute because I used to use it a bit, but now I don't.
Yeah, look, I really don't. On the 1 hour, if I'm honest, you can get in some really tight, good positions intraday on a 1 hour as well. It's just like, let's say something like this, taking down that Asian low. Could I have gotten to that position if I would have trained my eyes to get into that? That would be the same position that I was in. It's just on the 5 minute, it just looks like the break and retest off that level. All I need to do is just get my eyes back to trained looking at it on a 1 hour, and it's still the same. It's a really good setup. Like the 1 hour is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like even that, like come back onto the EMAs. We had that entry on the 50 minute, the the 50 fib and it's holding on the 9 EMA. It's kind of a little bit of a shame that I cut it, but I don't want to be too over leveraged, man, getting into too many positions.
Happens to me sometimes. Like, I just sit out for so long and I start leveraging in and I start scaling in, and then
So
I'm kind of exposed.
what I started to see when I was doing the a little bit more the swing trading, I can't even say I did swing trading because it's like, but I would see so many potential positions, then I would start adding up. Okay, NZD this and the USD that, and these loads of different ideas that looked on a technical basis like really solid. But then I'm putting like 2% on everything, or 2 or 3% on everything, and then suddenly I've got like 4 positions. I'm like, I'm not going to the supermarket, Alex. Like, you gotta be a little bit more pinpoint in these things. So
true.
yeah,
It can really help when you're, especially when you're on challenges, especially when there's not very strict rules. You can push it hard. When you start going into the funded accounts, I noticed that I try and stick to 2 positions max per account at once, because if I've had 3 and I've had 4, it's just too stressful.
Yeah, and to be honest, it can kind of get a little bit messy, because it's also really annoying when you've got one that's in really good profits, and then suddenly you've got one that's like making you go to break even, and it's like, fuck, go on, like, what's the point of this? But this is really, really nice structure. Gold is not doing too much. I heard the CAD today was quite strong. Let's have a look at USD CAD.
No, you're on Kraken.
I was looking at that and I was like, hold on a second. Something is not good. Something's broken in Canada. Yeah. So CAD looking quite strong. That'd have been quite a hard. I'd probably have lost if I would have been trading that. I'd have probably lost on that as well, because I would have tried to get the continuation off the range highs. Probably. Yeah. That's the thing. Sometimes it's either like you either get in it blindly, like you find a level and you're like, okay, I'm going to get in blindly, or you just like wait for a little bit of just that market structure just to like confirm. Sometimes I do both, but I don't know, man. Sometimes it's best just to wait for that little extra confirmation and just letting the trade getting into a worse position, but more confirmation sometimes better, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful sometimes, because it can look so enticing, especially early on.
A market is there to advertise. That's all it's doing, is advertising. Buy me, sell me, this is an amazing price. Buy one, get one free,
Never heard that before. It is true though.
It's always advertising. It's always trying to entice people to buy, always trying to entice people to sell. Which is quite interesting, actually, how it all works. And to be fair, pound does look like, that's the thing in ranges though. It always looks like it wants to do something and then just fails. So it's like, when do you trade the breakout?
I'll happily miss the sell if it drops from here and I don't get confirms. Then I'll sit out for that. But
like, let's say body close above this, would you get in a long on the retest of the trend line?
No, because I'm only looking at sales.
Yeah.
I know, and that's the thing. I know that it can go up, but if I look too much into the counter version of what I'm looking for, I tend to miss sometimes the actual move that I'm looking for, which is going to be a better probability.
Yeah.
That's a really hard one to get used to doing on the higher time frames.
Because for me, I would, even though I'd be short bias, if I see that it's pushing up, I would tend to just go with the momentum at the time. I don't mind doing that, but in this, it's like a little bit difficult, to be honest.
It's momentum, innit? It's like you can look at that and go, get the break,
and then it just dies off.
how much momentum is there?
Yeah, it's a problem with momentum trading. That's why futures, I think, is also quite interesting, because you got those initial pushes. Gold actually on the 15-minute looks nice. Yeah, gold on the 15-minute looks like it will push up a little bit more. See, you can find anything if you look at the chart long enough.
That's the dangerous thing.
Yeah. What do you reckon's the biggest detriment to a trader then?
Probably greed.
Ooh.
Because you can get greedy when you're in profit, especially, but even when you're down, you can get greedy for making money back or recovering what you want. Because obviously you in your head, a lot of times, especially when you're living a good life in general, you normally can get what you want in life, but with trading, it's not like that.
Yeah, you can't just go out and take it. You have to
win.
It just happens or it doesn't happen.
Yeah. We try and do things on our terms when really it's always the market's terms.
Yeah, so it's like then you ask yourself, is it better to be aggressive or is it better to be a passive trader? I guess that's like, again, I guess it depends on the person, but
yeah, I'd rather not try and be in control of the market.
Yeah, interesting. There's just so many ways of trading as well. I was having a conversation with them here. It was like the amount of like arbitrage trading that was possible back a day. You can do a lot of arbitrage trading as well with prop. We were talking about it earlier, that some of the spreads that we actually provide in prop firms in general, not just talking about Funding Rock, just in general, not that realistic. The trading conditions are not. Oh fuck! Have I just turned it off? Did I just swear as well and everybody can hear me?
I'm not sure what's going on. You're pulling some weird face.
You hear me, Will?
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah, man.
I keep the.
You are still on.
Oh, I am still on.
Yeah.
Jokes.
It's only 3 people, don't worry.
It's all right, yeah. Just some of it is just not realistic, and when you go over to like some other brokers, there's probably a little bit of there's ways of arbitrage. I don't know. I've never done any kind of arbitrage. I remember there was a lot of ways of doing it in crypto back when I first got started. You'd look at like Binance, and then you would find, there'd be a spread of like nearly $1,000 from Binance and another exchange. It's like you just buy Bitcoin, send it over, and then you just sell it. Yeah. And people, that's how FTX made their money.
Oh, is it?
That's how FTX started making their big money, is through just arbitrage and crypto. Crazy. Obviously, you need a lot of money though, because if you want to make big money, then you need to be able to buy, a lot of it.
It's clever.
Yeah. Should we call it a day?
An hour.
We will see everybody later. That's it. Take care, guys. See you later.
Wait.
That's it, traders. So if you're ready to take your evaluation, you can go in the link in the description. You can start today. But if you're here just for the content, then make sure you like,